War mode in 0.5.0. Welcome back to another Bit Legend video, boys. We are going to do some war. This is right after the patch. Click to put that on, put my deflect on, because we're going to war, fellas. We're going to war. So they made it so that offensive pets will now be reduced by damage reduction. They'll be reduced by resist, and you can block them, you can dodge them, you can absorb them. You cannot reflect them, so any DPS players out there that are terrified should be okay. Now keep in mind that all of that only works if the pet hits the tank or hits the tank fusion. So if you have a pet that is attack weakest, attack random, attack furthest, whatever it is, if it's not hitting the tank, you're not going to have to worry about it, and it's really just going to be the attack strongest pets. This is to reduce tanks getting one shot by pets because they were ignoring damage before, or damage reduction before. And so we're just going to kind of play it out and see. There's around 10 minutes left for the daily reset for war. If you can see in the bottom right corner, daily reward in 11 minutes. So that's why I'm out here trying to take a couple things to try to sway my battle report. And red is in the lead, but if I could grab Wasteland Pearl before that happens, which probably isn't likely, that would be good. Notlock looks like he upgraded. He used to be 9% progress. Now he is 9.9% progress. So let's see what's going on here. His team looks pretty much the same. There we go. We got very lucky he did not crit on his attack all skill, because we've seen what that does before, and we're still in this thing. Not using a reflect tank is going to be beneficial for us. Speaking of reflect, I think I've got around 14.5% reflect on me because I'm lazy and I did not change any amplifiers, but that's fine. Goodness gracious. Okay. The healing health bar bug is still there. That's why you see my team's health bars going up and down. We'll be working on reporting that one. We did get the player down. We got lucky with a strike. The player is down. Looks like we should be able to get this one out. Keep in mind, unless he's made a change recently, I should have like 150 more stats, total stats than Notlock. So I do have an advantage here. I just want to show you guys this because we just got it. It's really cool. Look at that, it's amazing. The animation could be faster, but honestly, if that's my #1 complaint, I think that ability is doing great right now. And I'm very happy with it. I would like them to reduce the SP cost, but I've talked about that before, and you guys know what I think about that. I'm going to keep rolling for enemies, so I'm clicking the avoid button. I want to get at least 3%. At least 3%. For my opponents, I'm just picking that as a random number to keep the fights interesting. I'm going to try to auto this. He does have one deflect tank. The orange guy is Iron Foreman, so he could give us a reflect. Hopefully that doesn't happen. He's out. Not too bad. Can I click on these guys and see what they're wearing? I want to see what pets I'm fighting against because we're not getting a lot of, so Notlock's back here. I can't click on him, so I can't see his gear. It's kind of interesting. You can't see the enemy's gear, but you can see their team. I got no problem with that. I think that's pretty cool. So again, he's 9.9. I thought he used to be 9.0. But let's get at it again. I think his pet is attack 3 random. Just off the top of memory, but I don't remember. There is his attack all skill, very terrifying. And then you see the healing bug where my pet appears to heal more than it does. If they get healed a second time, it will reset their health to whatever is correct. But there's not going to be a second time because everybody got rocked. So who knows? Maybe this might not be a video showing off a lot of pets. But I probably could do PvP after this once I run out of all my tickets. So there you go. One battle down. Not even the score to 1-1. Dragon Force is too low. BA is too low, too low. Naira. Okay, now we're fighting Naira. Naira has an attack closest or attack weakest. I can't remember. I think it's attack weakest. I think he's got Cloudy. So we shall see. I thought the private message feature was going to be added to this patch, but apparently it's going to be to the next patch. Not a big deal. I do hope when they add it there is a way. Oh, I'm very lucky I got that strike. We could still lose this though. We could still lose this. Oh, don't kill him. Nice little reflect in there. I'm going to put some shielding on. That might actually make a difference. A little bit of shielding could go a long way. We're going to try to take out Pharaoh because he's a healer. If I can survive to get some SP, we might be able to do this. There we go. The reflex are good. We're going to attack furthest. You're looking at Alien Superman. They actually changed him. I thought that they were going to switch his bonuses to tank bonuses to make him viable. What they did is they took away a lot of stamina and put it elsewhere. So he's better than he was. However, because he has a heal self skill, the autopilot for him is very likely to use his heal self a lot. And then so he's going to do a basic attack and then heal self, and then do a basic attack and heal self. And I still think that Alien Superman, he's better, but he is not where he could be. Oh man, we got kicked back. I think it's because Lava Town got taken. So we're getting pushed right now, but Lava Town got taken. It set me back, so I'm going to have to waste 2 actions on movements just to get back here and just to try to fight this. Hopefully there's some other reds that are doing similar things. 9 lives over here. 7% progress. But it is what it is. This is where we're at. Why is my charging cable now so dirty? What happened? Oh, my quick charging cable has seen some better days. Attack all skill, very dangerous to do against reflect, and we're seeing that reflect right there, so we're kind of asking for that one. But fortunately, since Swordsman does not crit or triple strike, if he gets reflected once on that attack, he should be okay. A lot of blocks there. That was difficult. Hopefully this will be enough to take him out, and it is. Then we can go back on auto because the player is down. I think I've got 200 total stats on 9 lives. So other than Naira, I don't think we've come across anybody that has higher total stats than us. So keep that in mind. Also, War Mode scales your opponents down a little bit, and it does feel a lot easier than PvP. So depending on how long the video is, by the time I finish all these War Mode attacks, we can try to do PvP. But we'll see. All right, let's take autopilot off. Vashir getting Seraph. That is a 2-speed, 2 crit chest that you get from World Boss 7. So hopefully he needed that. I have one of them, but I'm a tank, so, you know. We have mentioned that the ratio of tank gear, specifically like mythics, the ratio of tank gear to DPS gear is like 1 to 5. And I think that's kind of part of what tanks are dealing with. Oh, I really needed Swordsman to stay alive because he could have finished. Oh, this is going to be rough. Hopefully I'll get some points for a mount skill. If I can survive this round, I can take out Pharaoh in the mount skill. Give me some healing. The reflect was good. Oh no, I hit my shielding skill. Whoops. I'm used to the mount skill being in the rear. The reflex are happening today, boys. Usually it's not this good. Finally. We get some RNG in our favor. He might out-heal me, and I'll just have to save it for the mount skill like I should have done the first time. So we're going to do exactly that. We save it for the mount skill. Bang. Oh, he's still alive. Well, we can't mount skill again. This might be an interesting fight. This should take him out, and it does. 2 SP, attack furthest, pretty good multiplier. And we were able to get that one down. I see that my percentage is not trending the way I want, but we'll keep fighting. Keep it going. I think in PvP I can choose my opponents a little bit more specifically, and I can try to choose somebody who has like attack closest or attack strongest pet, and then I'll see, try to get my tank, see if we can like block it or dodge it or whatever. Or just simply not get hit for 15,000 damage. That would also be a win. Reflect. But this is a nice small step in the right direction for tanks. Toning down the pet damage. if the pet can benefit from crit and crit chance and strike and damage and all that other stuff, which all that's fine. You've earned those bonuses. You put that on your gear, on your character. Your pet should benefit from it. At the same time, the pet should also be mitigated by damage reduction and resist, and you should be able to block it and dodge it and all those other things too. It just simply makes sense. He's a tank. We don't want to fight him. I want to see offensive pets. We're wasting so much gold. One more, two more. There we go. It's worth it. It's worth it. But yeah, so if your pet can benefit from your offensive stats, it should also be affected by my defensive stats. Ooh, he gets deflected. This is probably the best reflect RNG I have seen in quite a while. So not complaining about that. Once the player is down, it's pretty easy to clean up the minions. I do have pretty good minions as well. I think they're above average. Not a lot of people are running around with some plus 10s, even if we're talking epic. And a big part of that was that I still think players should invest the minimal amount into their minion team, just because a handful of reasons. Better minions can come, things can change. Also, if you put into your character, you're helping your guild, you're helping your friends list, you're helping everybody else. Of course, do whatever you think is fun. You know, you're playing a game, I get that. But just keep that in mind. So not actually reflected the attack all, and was able to lower down my swordsman's health significantly. God, he's such a tank, dude. He almost tanked 3 snipes. He's one of the reasons why I bring 3 snipers. So, alright. Looks like the autopilot's using my shielding skill. That's cool. It appears the autopilot only uses the shielding skill if someone has taken damage. So it uses it similar to how the AI uses a healing skill. Usually shielding skills will be used basically anytime shield is not full, which is almost all the time. Eddie-san, do I want to do this one or do I want to roll it? It's 3%. Let's roll it. There we go. 9 lives. Perfection. There we go. Here we go. Let's take off autopilot. We clicked autopilot off. Stop it. Oh, I know what happened. I clicked autopilot on. Somebody died. It stopped my autopilot. I clicked it on accidentally. Someone died. It stopped it. I clicked it on. Someone died. It stopped it. So that's a fun little thing that can happen. And we just got 1 shot. Okay. All right. We just got 1 shot. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, we're not going to win that one. Okay. Noted. Noted. Don't accidentally turn your autopilot on when someone dies and turns it off. Let's go and battle Naira. Again, I think this is attack weakest or possibly attack closest pet, whichever one Cloudy is. But here we are back again. Naira is, of course, showing off the new mount cosmetic in the game. You can get that in the pack store if that's your style. I think it looks pretty good. I like the way the mounts look. I think those are good. I'm not a big fan of how the Raid 7 enemies look. I think it's too many pixels, and it just doesn't kind of fit exactly with the theme. So I kind of hope that art style is only going to be limited to Raid 7's update. It's like, you know, looks like Bob the Builder. All right, so we're getting smoked in this one. Didn't really go in our favor, but we probably deserve it. All right, 2 more attacks. Yeah, we get something big. There we go. Not locked. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. Feel free to leave comments down below on what minions you guys want to see me make, what you want me to see me change my PvP team to, etc. How you liking the new patch 0.5.0. I'm liking it, man. I can't wait for the next one. In the next update, 1 week from now, we have Guild Boss, we have sets, there's some other stuff. Very excited for that. Very excited. I'm interested to see how they're going to add how they're going to add redirect to the game. I wonder if it's going to be a set bonus, which would be okay. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. That's not good. It would be okay if it was a set bonus. We can still win this. Take him out. If they add redirect to a class, like if they just put it on NG for some reason, that would be a bad way to do it, because that means every single class has to drop where they are and go NG. So that would kill the other classes, and then you have to go re-level a new class. That's not a great way to do it. If they added it to every class, so every tank spec would have an opportunity to get it, that would be okay, but that might change some builds for better or for worse, we won't know. I'm thinking it's more likely they'll add it to the set, and that would be good and bad, because that would make the set mandatory, and that would take away choice of gear. So if it was like the 6-piece set bonus that gives you like 50% redirect, it's nice because redirect's in the game. However, I would have no more choice of gear whatsoever. Every single tank would have to get the 6-piece. There would be no thought process or anything. It would just be, okay, you're a tank, get that. The end. So that would kind of be, Now, they could put some redirect bonus on the set and then some redirect bonus on other things. I think the best way to do it would be to add a gear piece. So we didn't take out Pharaoh there. That's going to be a problem, not taking Pharaoh out. So how should they add redirect bonus? Couple ways. Ooh, we got lucky with the deflect 10K. There's a couple ways they can do it. First way is, let's attack furthest here, got him. The first way they could do it is they could add a new chip slot, a special chip slot for tanks and for DPS players. What they could do is they could have a chip slot with special bonuses. So not direct damage bonuses, not direct defensive bonuses. I don't think players should have to choose between damage reduction and redirect. And then for DPS players, I don't think you should have to choose between damage or speed or crit and some other bonus, like getting more SP per turn, or redirect away would be a really cool bonus to have. So let's see if we can get out of here. There we go. But yeah, redirect away would be really cool. So it's like, you could think of it like a hot potato kind of bonus, where if you're a DPS player and an attack goes to you, you have a chance to redirect it away to the first person on your team. That would be cool. So you'd have like a redirect away option, and then tanks would have a redirect option where attacks have a chance to go to them. Hey, we got some gems. This is probably the lowest gems we've gotten so far. Usually it's around like 30 or 40, but hey, that's how it goes. There is a little bug where the daily, if you are in game and you don't log out and log in, when the daily resets, you don't see it in the top left corner. You only see the boosts. I don't see the daily bonus, but I do assume that it's still there and still working. It's probably just a visual bug. Let's see how long the video is. 18 minutes. That's a good amount. I'll probably do some PvP separately in another video. But actually, you know, let's just do it here. Let's do it here. Long form content, fellas. I think 5x is fixed on GVG and on PvP, but we're just gonna do singles here, and we're gonna fight a variety of folks. Let's get warmed up against Vuk. Vuk has a attack nearest pet. And honestly, this is a necklace from Raids. I'd like to get this. It's got diversion on it. Let me get that necklace, dude. Let me get that. It's never gonna happen. Okay, so let's fight Vuk. We have a significant total stats advantage on him, probably around like 150 or so. And here we go. Minion team. Let's see how we do. He is using that lightsaber cosmetic, looking pretty good there. And a couple of things about him. His lightsaber, it looks cool. In PvP, it's not that scary to fight, because I think he could only hit the front two. There was the pet attack. You saw Moon take a lot more damage than I did, so my damage reduction appeared to work against that pet attack. We might have to fight him again because he's got that closest pet. And I think that might be the only option out of here to get them to force to fight me. Or to force that pet hitting me. And honestly, picking on opponents where I have a lot more total stats improves the win rate, we'll say that much. So let me look at some other pets once we get back in here. But again, I want to show his skill. This is actually pretty safe for me to fight. I've got to worry about the attack target, and then he's got a 2SP, 2 closest enemies. So he doesn't have a 1 SP attack all, so the chance of him just jumping in there and killing my entire team in 1 attack is very low. So if you're a tank, you want to look for that. Again, this is a, this is a nearest enemies, so that's going to hit me when it procs. This is a weakest enemy, that's not going to hit me. 9 lives, strongest, so we should try to fight 9 lives again. And then what's not luck? He's got strongest, but it hits 3. And then what's Diver rocking? Strongest. Okay, so I guess I could try to fight all these guys. You guys probably want to see me fight Diver. So I've won some of these, I've lost some of these. Let's just see. It kind of depends on how his first attack goes, if it just wipes out my entire team or not. So let's see. Ooh, I get the first turn. You're looking at an Odin and Dragon. That's what I'm talking about. So sometimes that happens and your whole team is gone. And that's exactly what I was talking about with the weapon. That's why you want to fight a lightsaber and not fight this gun, because this gun will wipe your whole team. So if we lose this one, it is what it is. We're just going to move on and not spend the whole video fighting him. But I've won some, I've lost some. And when that attack team happens and it crits, you're going to lose some. Let's move on to not lock. Again, remember, I have total stats advantage on all these guys. Not lock is more difficult here than he is in war mode. I feel like he's scaled down in war mode. And so this should be more challenging too. So I think my win rate will go from 50%, probably considerably less. Also, your PvP team is different from your war team. So if you put in a different team in war, it will not reflect that update in PvP. You saw his attack all skill again, showing you really shouldn't fight the Gatling gun as a tank, because the chance of that attack all skill just wiping out your entire team is like 95%. And it's also got healing too, which can be a pain. But let's just kind of fight this one out. But again, this is a really good example of what happens when, oh, he healed. What happens when you don't have redirect. There is no way for a tank player to protect their team other than just standing in the front and smiling and hoping they get hit. With redirect, there's a chance I could have saved 1 or 2 of my teammates, at least for that one attack, and then we would have had a chance going forward. So that's important. That was not luck. Let's go fight 9 lives. He's got the attack strongest bet. So this one's going to hit even harder than the last one. So where is he? 9 lives. Here we go. And I think after this, we're just going to bully Vuk and try to farm some coins, because I need some coins. I need these PvP silver coins so I can convert them over to, scary. So I can convert them over to GVG tickets and do more GVG and get more chip materials. I think I'm going to roll a chip today, which that will be exciting. Bang, we get him out. Very, very lucky. Whew. Let's just do that shielding skill. Come on. Oh, yeah. Let me flap my little arms. But I think it would be great if they would, God, reflect. It would be great if they would speed up the animation on that somehow. And if they could just reduce the SP cost back to 0 where it was. Back where it was. I think that would be perfect. All right, we got killed with reflect there. I deserve getting killed with that attack though, because I did an attack random. So it was very high damage. Alright, so just by the skin of our teeth we get through that one. But I have heard a lot of people are saying that the 5x on PvP and the 5x on GVG has also been fixed these days. What pet does bot have? He has attack weakest. That's not going to hit the tank. Let's go back in and mess with Vuk. Let's get some wins out of this. Get our morale back up. Hey, Chinese! I was just talking to you. He's got a mythic. Alright, we're getting really chewed up by that reflect. We're gonna feel that. Okay, soften up the team. I should be paying attention to pet hits, which I really haven't been doing. There still is that health bar bug. I thought it was reported but I actually don't remember it. I don't remember seeing it be reported, so maybe I got to be the one to report that one. I do have enough video footage. This should be really good to clean it up. There we go, Swordsman. Just look at that. Swordsman, 70%. Swordsman, beautiful thing. I would like to see them give legendary catchers as like the level 200 reward, 300, 400, or just something like that. Maybe you hit level 200, you get 2 legendary catchers, and then I could slowly start to upgrade my swordsman. I probably should hang on to them and save them, but you know. All right, so Vuk again. I've got 200 total stats on Vuk, so keep that in mind if it looks like I'm beating up on him. 200 total stats is very significant. That's like 7% of my total stats, something like that. I don't know. Math is hard. But I'm happy with my build. The changes that you guys saw me make, very happy with those. The healing is helpful. Spreads it around a little bit. The shielding is nice. So, you know, we wanted a support class. It looks like the tank is doing just that. He's supporting and he's tanking. And the support's not crazy. I'm giving a little bit of shield and getting a little bit of healing. But I'm still able to do my job of standing in front of stuff and trying not to die. All right, last one, fellas. You guys have been with the video this long. Let's wrap it up. But this gives you a pretty good snapshot of 0.5.0. What's it like being a tank? Keep in mind, I'm almost as geared as a tank could be, without having full mythics everywhere. So I've got a gear advantage on everyone that we fought today. I have got a total stats advantage on everyone we fought today except for Naira. But I think Naira was scaled down due to the war mode. So just keep that in mind. Vuk didn't get a lot of attacks, so we really didn't see that pet, but we did see the pet hitting for less damage. There was a couple times where the pet would hit me and hit the guy right next to me, hit Moonlight, and I would take less damage, so damage reduction is working, so that looks good. It's one step in the right direction, and the devs are interested in making sure that tanks and DPS players are both having a good time, so I like that a lot. Also, the making defense work against the offensive pets does not change the offensive pets output at all in PvE. So boss is going to be the same, raids are going to be the same. Your pet didn't lose any value in those, if you're worried about that. There's a little bug here that when you exchange, it doesn't update the coins. So you see I still have 7 silver coins. It's just a visual bug. You can't exploit that or anything. And now when I update, you see, okay, there's no coins there. Although, okay, yeah, never mind, it's good, it's good. But that's what I do. Once your class XP is full and you're not working on your mount, you can exchange and get GVG tickets, and then I'll do some GVG over here. And then just last thing I'll show you guys is, since I'm talking about chip mats, if you go to the shop, they have added it down here. You can buy these shards with your elimination. So that's pretty significant. You should be able to pull out at least around 600 per day, so I'm getting 20 of these per day. That's good. It's good. Better than it was. I wasn't using it on anything. I'm not going to go for the for this mount. I'm not a big mount guy. But there you go. I think all this is very, very expensive. But anyways, that will do it. Let me see if I have any. Do I have enough to roll a chip? I don't. But probably by the end of the day, we'll make that happen. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.